I'm gonna start the show by taking a deep breath. Yes. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa. My apologies for starting a little late. I was having some technical challenges, but we are here. I'm not sure where we are streaming, but we are here. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. So, my passion is to support people in transforming their lives. My mission is to give inspiration through spiritual life coaching, preaching, and teaching that ignites the divine spark within you to live life in joy, connected to your yes. Connected to your yes. So, welcome everyone. It's wonderful to be with you live today, Michelle. We are live today. Yes, the stars are aligned. Good day, Shay. Good day, Wayne. Giving me my star shine. Yes, here we are. Linda, you found me. You're watching me on Facebook. Wonderful. And it looks like some of you are watching me on YouTube and some are watching me on Instagram. So, there's been some weird stuff happening with the streaming, but we are here now, and it's wonderful to be with you all. So it's been a minute. I had to do a replay yesterday. Normally, we're back live on Tuesdays, and I did a replay yesterday of the Unwant series. And y'all seem to really like the Unwant series. It was the series that I did in November of 2021. And I've gotten like some really positive feedback about that series. It has struck a chord with many of you, and I'm really grateful for that. So you'll continue to see the series of Unwant on Mondays when I do Monday Sip, which is always a replay because Monday is my Sabbath day. And yesterday was a replay because my daughter Aria isn't feeling well, and I took her to the doctor. And guess what, y'all? She has strep throat. Ugh, which is so painful. So just send my baby some love and light that this will poof heal, and she will feel much, much better very, very, very soon, like right now. So she's home from school, and school just started, but she's home, getting better, taking antibiotics and all that. So that's why yesterday's show was a replay. So let's see, what do I want to talk about today? I had my I have a prayer partner. Anyone have a prayer partner out there? Prayer partners are wonderful because it's an opportunity for someone else to know the truth about you, for someone else to pray for your highest good. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful relationship, my relationship with my prayer partner. And so on Wednesdays in the morning, we get together by phone and pray for each other. She's on the West Coast, and it's always interesting to me how oftentimes we may be going through similar things. And I find that with some of you as well, that oftentimes we're going through similar things or we're experiencing a similar feeling tone about something. It might not be the same thing, but it's the same or similar feeling tone about whatever it is that's happening for us. And this morning, I I was my prayer request was around order. And it's order is very up for me, if you will, right now because of all the disorder. All the disorder that I'm having to navigate closing out my Aunt Marion's earthly affairs. And, you know, it's easy to keep the spotlight on someone else's stuff. And then when I turn the spotlight onto myself and look at order and disorder in my own life, I see where I have some work to do. So that's very present for me. And one of the things that came up was around lessons on loss, lessons that we get through loss is very, very present for me. And how I can use those lessons for good, for my good, for others' good, for learning, for making better choices for myself. Because a big lesson that I've learned going through this process is how connected we are to each other and how we impact each other's lives, right? How we impact each other's lives. And it becomes, at least for me, it's become much more evident. Like I know, but it became much more evident going through this process um, with my aunt, and especially now as I work to close out all of her business. The impact of that is great, is great. And those of you who have gone through this, God bless you. I wish someone had told me what to expect because it takes a lot of focus, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of forgiveness, it takes a lot of being in a place of non-judgment. All of these things that are applicable to so many areas of our lives. And when you go through the experience of being the one to take care of someone's business when they're no longer here. So that's kind of where I am. And I keep thinking about, since the replay of Unwant is on, I keep thinking about my feeling tone, because that really is the important thing about shifting from wanting to unwant, right? And if you haven't seen the replays of the episodes of Unwant, I really would encourage you to do so, because it's all about answering that question: what do you want? Right? But that's not the question. But that's the question that we oftentimes ask ourselves or are asked of. What is it that you want? Really, the question is about the feeling and matching the vibration. So someone called me yesterday after they watched yesterday's episode of Unwant, and they were questioning about how to do that, right? So there's a lot of like, well, how do you not want things, right? And so the example I gave to that person was, I asked them to share, like, what is it that you want? Let's just let's just play around with this for a minute, right? And so for this person, what they wanted was a house. And they've been wanting a house for years now. And they've gotten really close to having a house, buying a house, and then something happens and it falls through. And I said, okay, if you had the house, how would you feel? Right. And so they said they would feel happy, right? They would feel accomplished. They would feel, um, they didn't say joy, happy, excited, and accomplished. I think those were the three things that they would feel. And then I asked her, how did you feel when the house fell through, when it didn't happen? And they said they felt disappointed, they felt angry, they felt frustrated, they felt all of that. And so I asked her, "How do you feel when you think about having a house now?" And she said, to be honest, she still feels that way. She still feels frustrated. So now when she thinks about buying a house, the feeling that comes up for her is frustration based on the past experiences that she's had. So the vibration that she is um, embracing being, broadcasting, is frustration, right? You don't want frustration, do you? No, she don't want frustration. She wants excitement. She wants to feel good, right? So that is the feeling that she gets to activate within herself, not the feeling of frustration, right? So what does she do with the frustration? I asked her, "Well, what are you doing with the frustration?" She said, "Nothing." she's just she's just she's just in the frustration. So, being frustrated or whatever that emotion is about something that happened in the past keeps us where? It keeps us in the past. And when we are kept in the past, there is a tendency for us to recreate experiences that match that frequency. So it might not have anything to do with a house anymore. She might now feel frustrated about other things. And she did share with me how she is feeling frustrated about other things. That feeling tone has now bled into other areas of her life, right? And the reason why that is happening is because of her vibration. We attract we are a broadcasting system, and we attract what we want, and we attract what we don't want. The wanting and the don't wanting is an opportunity for us to reframe and focus and tune into the vibration, the feeling tone. So if the feeling tone for having a house is excitement, then the practice is the feeling of excitement, to shift our frequency, to shift our vibration from frustration to excitement. Now, how do you do that? She asked me. How do I do that? Start doing things that excite you. Start doing things that excite you. And it could be anything. It does not have to be related to the house, buying a house. It doesn't That's not the important thing. The important thing is that you are expanding your mental equivalent through by matching the frequency of the thing. That is where we put our energy and our focus, our attention and our intention. Because anything else limits, it puts a limitation on the very thing that we are desiring. And it makes it very dense to come through. It's dense. So, one of the things that I shared in the Unwant series was this book called The Mental Equivalent by Emmett Fox. The Mental Equivalent by Emmett Fox. It's a really short book. It's only, I'll tell you how many pages. You could read this in an hour or less, I'm telling you. It's 39 pages. And it's 39 pages filled with how to unwant. how to want. And so one of the things that I want to share with you in the book is this. Emmett Fox writes, to change your thought and keep it changed is the way to build a new mental equivalent. It is the secret of accomplishment. You already have a mental equivalent for everything that is in your life today, and you must destroy the patterns for the things you do not want, and they would disappear. You must build a new pattern or mental equivalent for the things you want, and then they will come into your life. It is about building the mental equivalent. The energy of want creates more wanting. What is the mental equivalent? What is the feeling? Change your thought and keep it changed. Change your feeling tone and keep it changed. Change your vibrational match and keep it changed, right? And that takes practice. That takes practice. Practice makes progress. So if what it is that we desire, if something happened in the past and we keep that frequency, that vibration going now in the present, we are experiencing a pattern. We are creating a pattern, a habit, right? Of something from the past, a feeling from the past. And we will keep co-creating that. Heal the feeling of frustration. Accept what is. Accept what is. I didn't get the house. Someone else got the house. Something happened with the bank. Whatever the things are, that is what happened. I accept that's what happened. That is what happened. What did I learn from what happened? Because there's always a lesson for us to learn, right? And then we get to readjust, incorporate the lessons, know that it is this and something better, or this or something better, and keep moving forward. Activating the feeling tone. The feeling tone. A great example for me that really sunk this in for me was when I wanted to learn how to drive, right? I didn't learn how to drive till I was in my 40s, y'all. I was a city girl, New York City, riding the subways. I didn't need a car. I didn't need to learn how to drive. None of that, right? So I didn't learn till I was in my 40s. And the first time that I took the road test, I failed, right? I failed the road test and I was so upset about this. And I was like, woe is me. I failed. I felt bad. I felt like a failure. All of the things, right? Now, did I want to continue to be in that place? No, because what the feeling, when I got in touch, really in touch with what the feeling was for me to learn how to drive, to have my driver's license, the feeling that I got to clarify for myself, because I was just focused on getting my driver's license. I wasn't into like what the feeling is or anything. I just wanted to get my driver's license. But when I failed, I was like, okay, what is this really about for me? Learning how to drive, getting my driver's license. Like, what does that really represent for me? And what it really represented for me was freedom. So I needed to activate within myself the feeling tone of freedom. I had to build the mental equivalent of freedom, right? Now, I could either choose to stay in the past of failing the road test And many people fail the road test the first time out. I ain't the only one, right? Or I could say, okay, that happened. I'm clearer now. I'm grateful that happened because now I'm clearer about what this is really about for me. It is about freedom. So let me plug into the vibration of freedom. And that's what I did. Every time I got into the car, I centered myself within myself and I activated the feeling tone of freedom. And when I took the second road test, I passed it. And how did I feel? I felt free. I felt freedom. So we can apply that example to any area of our lives. We don't have to sit in the loss. That's what I wrote this morning in my journal. I don't have to sit in the loss. I could sit in the lessons because the lessons I can apply through the gift of loss. Through the gift of loss, right? I get to reframe it and shift my feeling tone around it. Now, I'm not talking about grieving. I'm not talking about grieving. I'm talking about how I am being with myself as I go through this process, right? And the lessons that I get to learn and implement and grow from. That's life. That's life. All right, y'all. All right. So let me check in with you all, and then we'll get into some joy news. All right, now. All right. Thank you, Linda, for sending love and light to my daughter. I appreciate that. I see you, Fee. The past thing hit her too. Yeah, that past. Yes. Am I right? Am I on right broadcast? I see you in a hat on TV and not on phone. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, Fee, but all right. All right. I'm on track. Yes, you are, Fee. Thank you for sharing. Morning sit with your circle. Yes, Ron, we get to shift the vibration. Yes, we do. Because no one else can shift it for us. We get to shift our vibration. Yes, expand the mental equivalence. That is the work. That is the practice. Linda, wallowing in what hasn't worked simply doesn't work to draw delightful good to us. A tool I use this to help shift is writing down gratitudes. Often I add singing out loud, I feel good. Yes, Linda, I love that. I love that. Made me think of James Brown. I feel good. Yes, gratitude is a powerful shifting tool. Yes. Thank you for that, Linda. And Ron shared he failed his road test the first time too. I knew I wasn't alone out there. Good day, Margaretta. It's good to see you. Beautiful message this morning. Hope my daughter's feeling better. I appreciate you. And Fee realized she was on the wrong show. Okay. All right. Well, good to have you on the right show now, Fee. All right, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. So, today is Wednesday, and at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I am the spiritual director, senior minister, we have our Wednesday community cafe. It is an opportunity for us to come together in fellowship. And on the second Wednesday of the month, we do prayer. Prayer works. I was talking about my prayer partner. And so this is an opportunity for you to come if you have a prayer request, if you want to learn more about a specific scientific way of praying, which is called spiritual mind treatment. It is affirmative prayer. It's the type of prayer that we do in science of mind and religious science and new thought practices and philosophies. So come tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to rocklandcsl.org, click on events, community cafe, and the Zoom link is there. So one of my practitioners leads our community cafe the second Wednesday for our prayer works. It's totally free and it's open to everyone. So please attend. This Sunday, we are in person. I'm always excited about us being in person. We are in person. We are doing our collaborative um, Sunday service celebration with the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Rockland. And this Sunday, I will be continuing our September theme, which is sanity. Sanity. We had a wonderful service this past Sunday. So join me if you're in the neighborhood. You could join us in person in Pomona, New York. All the information is on our website. Again, go to rocklandcsl.org. And my message this Sunday is be an Allen of sanity. Be an Allen of sanity. That's what we get to be in the world, an island of sanity. So join us 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And also on Sunday, I share the other sip, excuse me, the other sip, which is Sunday in Praise, where I share a replay of a previous inspirational message. So this Sunday, I will be replaying this past Sunday's message which was y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. That was last Sunday's message. So I will replay that this Sunday if you missed it. And we're gonna have a wonderful, wonderful time. Meditation with the Moon will be coming up soon. I can't think of the date right now, but I'll let y'all know when the next Meditation with the Moon is. And we have another super moon for this month. So I'm excited about that. And lastly, I just want to shout out wonderful people who are doing wonderful things in the world. Part of my circle, rhythmandsoulradio.com. It is a 24-hour, 7-day a week urban eclectic radio station that airs music that you may not have heard because it's a lot of independent artists. And my husband, Marco Nobles, is the creator of rhythmandsoulradio.com. So please check that out. Also, check out Sekou Wright on Get Rich 101, Monday through Friday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, where you will learn all about getting rich, about investments, and about your relationship with money. And check out the Feed King Show, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Feed King is your local go-to fitness girl, and she will get your body right and then some. Also, check out A Workout in a Word. We are reframing that, and so stay tuned for that to start again. And check out if you need some support around some energy healing. Check out Shay Bird on Facebook. She's the founder of Rocky Mountain Holistic Health. She is a holistic health practitioner and she will support you in healing. All right. So I just wanted to shout out those folks. And if you're doing something wonderful in the world, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to share it here on Morning Sip. All right, y'all. I think that is it. Oh, I see you, Ron. Ron, I'll give you a call about that. All right, y'all. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful today. Remember, we are focusing on what are we focusing on? Our vibration. What's up with us? What's up with you? Our vibration is getting broadcast. It is getting broadcast, and you are attracting that. Okay? All right. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.